Right, so late last year, Whirlpool done their massive washing machine recall issue, and like my previous video that I published, I was affected. I was one of the customers from Whirlpool. I had a Hotpoint because it was Hotpoint, Indesit and Whirlpool washing machines. Whirlpool obviously makes the Hotpoint and the Indesit ones. They had a product recall, something to do with the latch on the door mechanism, could catch fire. I did a video on that, and this is an update video to that. So let's just go over some dates. So I contacted Whirlpool, done it online, like you fill it out all online if your washing machine's faulty, or if you think you're one of the affected products. You go on their thing, you list a few bits, and they tell you yes or no whether yours fits in. Because it's something to do. The last bit on the bit I did when I registered it, there's like the door lock latch. They asked you for the colour of that, and that also, I think, so they can check whether it's already been repaired, etc. But mine needed a washing machine replacement, so I did that because I've got all the reference number here. That was the 18th of December, and it was a big thing before Christmas because people weren't going to be able to wash their clothes. But if you went online, it did say you could use it on a 20-degree wash, but people were basically saying don't bother, just don't use it. That's all well and good. I heard nothing at all. I heard, trying to be as transparent as possible, just so everyone, if you're going through this situation, I heard nothing. And on the 13th of January, I've got it right there, on the 13th of January, I phoned Whirlpool up, because you get a reference number when you think, so I phoned them up. First thing I've got to say, the person who I phoned up, and I was on the phone 1 minute 34 seconds, this person who I spoke to on the phone, she was the most unprofessional, unhelpful customer service person I've spoken to on the phone ever. It sounded like she was eating something, so it really bugged me. Like when that 1 minute 34 was up, I had the ump. I think I hung up on her. So she's talking and it sounds like she's eating a donut or something. I ain't even making out. It was like, hello, I was like, yeah. When am I getting my new washing machine? What's going on with this? This is what I was saying to her. I'm not even exaggerating this. And I'm like, oh, I can't hear what you're saying. Well, yeah, sorry, our computers are down at the moment. I said, I've got a reference. No, our computers are down at the moment. And she said something like replacements. You'll start to be contacted about replacements later on in the week, later on in the month. This is January. This was the 13th of January when I contacted them. And also going further on that, the time I phoned them was 10:23 AM. So I phoned them at 10:23. Even though she said the computers was down, she took my name, address and the reference number. That was all I heard. That was all that happened in that phone call. On the same day, on the 13th of January, but at what time is that? 5:10. At 5:10, right there, we can show you it's the same date. I had 2 emails from Whirlpool. 2 emails. One of them says, we're getting back to you. It says, Dear Adam, we're getting back in touch regarding your recall for your Hotpoint washing machine. So I'm like, oh, that's a bit coincidence that 5 hours before I've made a phone call. But anyway, then it says, what happens now? And you click this the green button, and you can see your replacement options. So I thought, okay, that'd do, I'll take that. So I click the green button. It might not load up now, actually. It might not load up. Yeah, look, you got to put your postcode in and your registration number and stuff like that. So I went through that, and it gave me the option of one item, which was a washing machine. It was exactly the same base. It was exactly the same as one we got now. Like I said in that previous video, checked that you're getting the same size drum, all stuff like that. It was the same washing machine, exactly the same one, obviously a newer model. So I thought that's it, because I didn't want to get it repaired. I thought there was going to be options where you can get it repaired or you get your new washing machine. I didn't want the repair, so I just clicked the new washing machine, but there weren't an option to get it repaired. So I clicked the new washing machine. And then when I clicked the new washing machine, basically it just gave me a list of dates I could have it delivered. And that was all really quick. Like what date is it today? The 20th? So it's the 20th today. That came through on the 13th and it arrived today. In the meantime, 2 letters arrived from Whirlpool. Well, one was from Whirlpool and one was from Hotpoint. But this is obviously the same company. This arrived because they was a bit dodgy on the date on this letter that they sent me. All the letter says is there. January 2020, that's all it says on there, but I made a note when that turned up, and that turned up on the 18th of January. The 18th of January, now remember, on the 13th, I've booked in my new washing machine coming for today, the 20th. So on the 18th of January, they sent me a letter and said, basically, we know there's issues with certain washing machines. Can you put this sticker on your washing machine? And this sticker basically says, only use it at cotton standard 20. So they've sent me that. That's far too late. This should have been sent before the end of the year. So they've sent that out, even though they know I'm getting a new washing machine in 2 days. So they've sent that out, and the other letter says is even more basically pointless and waste of paper, because the other letter says, we've noticed you own a washing machine bought from us. It may be affected. What do you mean it may be affected? You know it's affected because you're sending me the new one. So there's 2 pointless letters that Whirlpool sent me there that I thought I'd show you, because if you're in the same situation, you've probably got these letters as well. And this sticker thing's stupid because it's far too late. You can't send that on the 18th of January when you're giving out the new ones on the 20th. So what, I've got 2 days of a sticker on. It didn't go on anyway. And that's basically updating. The washing machine turned up today. They took the old one. I asked the bloke that turned up. He was rushed off his feet. He was a really nice bloke. I asked him, as soon as he turned up, I said, you taking the old one? He said, yes, we take the old one and we fit the new one. So he said, from Whirlpool, so if you get someone turn up, just make a note of this, from Whirlpool they've been told they remove the old washing machine and they take the new washing machine in, remove all the rubbish from the new washing machine, all the packaging and that, and fit the new washing machine. So if someone turns up with your washing machine and says, there you go, I'm off, say, hold on a minute, it's been confirmed from Whirlpool, you need to fit this. So you need to fix this. You need to fit the washing machine. Whirlpool are paying you. You do your job. But this bloke's brilliant. He fitted the washing machine. Here's some pictures of the washing machine and a serial number of the washing machine. If you want to know the one I got. Whirlpool, the washing machine issue's been sorted for me anyway. But you need to sort out your customer service. You need to sort out when you're sending your letters out. I'm still not a happy customer. Would I buy a Whirlpool product again? No, of course I wouldn't. I think I think it goes down as a big error from Whirlpool. My issue's been sorted. We have a new washing machine downstairs. Am I sitting back, relaxing, having a pipe and slippers, thinking that's never going to get an issue? Probably not. It could be in a year's time. They say, well, hold on, them ones we've given you, we need to do another product recall. I think Whirlpool now have lost their... They've lost their edge a bit. They've lost their trustworthiness. I think Whirlpool have had issues, didn't they, with tumble dryers, now washing machines. What else is it going to be? Whirlpool. I think you need to change all your team around, maybe. Change the CEO, change everyone, start afresh, try to win back that customer support. If this video's helped you out, remember to thumbs it up and subscribe. I'll see you on our next video.